a Nishkam community, Mr. Speaker, to establish a university, Mr. Speaker, that was never done, Mr. Speaker. But initially, when the committee, Mr. Speaker, started pointing out that they want to do this project there, Mr. Speaker, the area MCA, the Honorable Halbert, Mr. Speaker, Future Something, went to meet these people, and they did a very good public participation, and the people welcomed the project. So we want to thank him in his absence, Mr. Speaker. And of course, the Honorable Member from Kablela, because he also did his part, Mr. Speaker, until the project is there. So the project is welcome, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, and we want to encourage most of the project to come to those places, Mr. Speaker. I also want to thank the Kipchimat group of companies because they have established West Valley Sugar Company, Mr. Speaker, that is that borders the Inamoy Ward and Soin Ward, Mr. Speaker. Such big projects, Mr. Speaker, is going to assist our people, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I've also heard the Honorable Eric B., Mr. Speaker, saying that this industrial park, Mr. Speaker, is also going to take care of the milk from goats, Mr. Speaker, and he keeps a lot of goats, Mr. Speaker, and he was advising me, Mr. Speaker, now that when it is established there, Mr. Speaker, my face is going to be shining, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you know there is a saying in Kiswahili that says, Mr. Speaker, nyani aoni kundule, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, when you compare the face of the Honorable Eric B., Mr. Speaker, and my face, Mr. Speaker, which face is shining, Mr. Speaker? Mr. Speaker, so, you know, the difference between my face and the one for Eric B., Mr. Speaker, is like day and night, Mr. Speaker. You know, mine is a bit shiny, Mr. Speaker. And now you can see the face of Eric B., Mr. Speaker, is like that of a sandpaper, Mr. Speaker. So I think when that factory, this industrial park is set there, Mr. Speaker, if there is someone who is going to get assistance, Mr. Speaker, then of course it is the Honorable Eric B. Then, and of course, Mr. Speaker, you know, the milk from goats is very nutritious, Mr. Speaker, and I don't understand why the area that MCA is also emaciated, Mr. Speaker. Well, I think you need to take more milk, Mr. Speaker, so that at least you become healthy, Mr. Speaker. But all the same, Mr. Speaker, that was on a lighter note, Mr. Speaker. So this thing is going to assist us, Mr. Speaker. And as the majority leader emeritus was enumerating on the various factories, industries that is going to come to Kericho, Mr. Speaker, he forgot one very important thing, Mr. Speaker. When we went to Nakuru, Mr. Speaker, you were there, Mr. Speaker, when we went to meet the president some time back, Mr. Speaker. And you know, as members of Inamoy sub-county, Mr. Speaker, we were very categorical on where the South Rift Hospital is going to be established, Mr. Speaker. So I think he left that thing by design, Mr. Speaker, because I know the politics he subscribes to, Mr. Speaker. But as Inamoy sub-county, we sat down and we told the president, we were led by the watchman, Mr. Speaker, and of course the Honorable Martin Cheruyot, that the South Rift Referral Hospital is going to be established in Kericho town, Mr. Speaker. So that should be part of what the majority leader emeritus should have enumerated there, Mr. Speaker, that these are the things that are going to come to Inamoy sub-county. So I felt I needed to have that, Mr. Speaker. Otherwise, I support this report fully, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
The Honorable Cheriot. But, you know, I gave you a lot of time, and I'll now direct that you go and do a research on shinometer, so that next time you will tell us which face is really shining between yours and the one of the Honorable Eric B. Having said that, the Honorable Gladys Chesang, and then I'll give to the Honorable Irene in that order.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity that you've granted me this morning. And before I second the motion, let me applaud the Committee on Lands for the good work they have done. And on behalf of my area MCA on his absentia, Honorable Albert Kipkwech, and also on behalf of members from Sigawet Soin Sub-County, I'm happy that we are welcoming the project to our place. I, being one of the residents of that place, I'm grateful this morning that since time immemorial, we've not been having any project coming to our area. And to us, this will be a very good one, and it will raise the economy of that area. Mr. Speaker, just to give an information to our honorable members, that Soin, particularly Soliat, is a good place. Maybe times back we've been rejecting that area. We've been saying that it is kind of nothing is growing. It can be grown there and it can make. But for your information, avocado does well. You've heard from our honorable member from Kablelate that goat milk also does well. Pineapple, I was once a pineapple farmer, and it does well. Also sweet potatoes does well. And you can see also we are the major sugar cane planters. So Honorable Speaker, I can inform these honorable members for free that Soliat in particular is a good place for all these products, and we welcome the project. I can see my MCA has already come, and I've said on his behalf we welcome the project. So I'm urging the honorable members that when the project is going to start, you know, now that we still have got a vast piece of land and most of people are still selling. So if you have an opportunity to buy a land there, it will be an advantage to you. You can see me, there are some parcels of land that are being sold for now. And if you delay a bit, it will go up because of the project. Otherwise, I second the motion, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Gladys Chesang. The Honorable Irene.
So thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this chance to support this report. First, I want to applaud the Department of Lands for coming up with this elaborate report that has been researched on correctly. And thank you, Leader of Majority Emeritus, for you have knowledge of the spatial plan of this county at hand. So this project, that is the aggregated industrial park, suits Kapsorok 100%. I happen to know the area very well. It is underdeveloped, and it is good that we develop all our areas so that we have equity in terms of the county cake. So we welcome this industrial park wholeheartedly, because it will benefit not only the people from Kapsorok, but it will also benefit our county at large, given that the area is still expansive. There's a lot of land for expansion in that particular area, among the many factors that has been raised by the chair lands. This one, it will go a long way in developing our county, and more so the Kapsorok area. And this one also, it is a wake-up call to the Department of Agriculture, as the structures are being put up for the industrial park. The Department of Agriculture has also enormous work to do. A lot of research has to be done to establish the best crops that our people should plant. The early maturing crops, the drought-resistant crops. A lot of soil testing should be done, because the industrial park needs to have sufficient products, so that the processing, the packaging, and other things be done, even on the animal husbandry. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, I support this report, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Irene, the Honorable Isma, and then I'll give to Honorable Rogon. And then I will give to the Honorable fancy, and then of course the Honorable Albert is here. I've seen. So proceed. Let's.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving me this opportunity to give my contribution on the report by the Committee on Lands, Housing and Fiscal Planning on the approval request for use of Kericho Kapsorok 677 for County Aggregated Industrial Park. Mr. Speaker, sir, this County Assembly on 30th June 2023 passed the county budget estimate for the financial year 2023-2024, where we are able to budget cash 200 million for the aggregated industrial park, Mr. Speaker, sir. For the said funds to be accessed, it is very important, Mr. Speaker, sir, that some steps to be added to including approval for the said land for it to be used for aggregated industrial park. Mr. Speaker, the said park will be useful to the people of Kericho County as it will enable the processing and value addition for raw agricultural products into higher valuable products. Mr. Speaker, sir, having centralized processing facilities within the park can enhance efficiency and reduce post-harvesting losses, especially for the perishable goods. And Mr. Speaker, sir, furthermore, there will be quality control measures which will ensure farm produce meet specific standards, Mr. Speaker, sir, and regulation making it more attractive to domestic and international market, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, having this park will encourage diversification of agricultural crops and reduce on dependency of a single crop. Kericho, Mr. Speaker, sir, is well known for tea and coffee, but it is not all that Kericho should be known for. Mr. Speaker, sir, I am glad that this report has accommodated the usage of the park for other crops other than tea and coffee, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, I thank the committee for coming up with this report and request that the House support it as well. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, I stand to support this motion. Thank you.
Thank you, the Honorable Isaac Metker. The Honorable Kiproti Chogon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to also support the motion that seeks for the county to use this land in our sub-county, in particularly Soliat Ward. Mr. Speaker, the creation of this park, which seeks to bring together a number of producers for value addition, Mr. Speaker, has the highest or the most elephantine or colossal impact on our economy, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, first of all, the park or the land we are talking about has been idle for some time, Mr. Speaker, and it's never been used. But now the county is settling for this land to be used for the aggregated industrial park, Mr. Speaker, came in handy because the place will be different going forward, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, first of all, the incidental gains that this particular area will get out of this project is enormous. The tarmac roads will happen. Water supply will be established, county, Mr. Speaker. And I applaud the president and the governor for putting up this, because at the end of the day, Mr. Speaker, it is something that will benefit not just us as a constituency, but also the entire county, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in economics, there is something that is called a multiplier effect. Mr. Speaker, the creation of this industrial park in Sigawetsoin is not only an opportunity for the people of Sigawetsoin to get opportunities, but it is also an opportunity for the county government of Kericho to tap from the value addition of almost all the 6 or 7 producers that we have in this county, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I urge the members that let us oppose this, because at the end of the day, Mr. Speaker, this thing was done. It is something that has been given to Sigawet Soin. Something goes to Belgut, something goes to Inamoy, something goes to Kipkelion, something will definitely go to Bureti. And in the end, Mr. Speaker, it will lead to massive development across the county. With this, Mr. Speaker, I support the motion. Thank you.
Thank you so much, the Honorable Kiprotich Rogon. The Honorable Fancy.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving me this chance. And I really want to support this spatial planning for County Aggregated Industrial Park. And for sure, it will really impact positively on the economic of Kericho County. And at the same time, it will create more jobs for our youths. And it's a good idea. And I just wanted to mention on the cash crops that the chair mentioned. I think growing of pumpkins, cassava, sorghum, millets is one of the organic food which is found in Soin Sigawet, and it will also give us within the value chain, it will give us a lot of products for sale and for exports. And I would also want to thank a member of Kablel Artet for giving us that the goat meat is going to make us look beautiful. And also our mothers will get markets to sell all the goat milk to the industrial park, so that we can value add and get some other products. So on behalf of the women of Kericho County, we really welcome this project, so that it will impact on our livelihood. Thank you so much. And again, we have the indigenous fruits in Sigawet. So I know many things will come from that area, and it will give us a lot of balanced diet, and our children will get a lot of fruits and organic food, and it will make our health good. So thank you so much, and God bless you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, the Honorable Fancy. The Honorable Albert Koech.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity that you have given me, so that I support the report that is before us. Mr. Speaker, also by thanking the committee and all the speakers who have said this report. In a nutshell, Mr. Speaker, this industrial park did a lot of things. First, from people trying to make it not to happen, using politics, and also I saw that sometimes there's a problem when such a project goes to a place which is marginalized. But I want to thank members, because what they have done today is a proof that everybody and everywhere can be treated the same. Mr. Speaker, what I can only say is that people of Soliat, as we speak, they are welcoming this project 100%, and they have said that they will support each and every value chain item that has been proposed by the committee. For example, Mr. Speaker, if it is tea, they are ready. In some parts of Solia, they are able to plant tea. As we speak, coffee also they have planted. In fact, almost 75% of Soliat ward is already coffee area. Adding also other places, for example, the other places, Kablel and other places, sub-county in Atlant. The Speaker, also, avocado, as we speak, I can say that most of rich people bought land in those places. And you can allow me to mention one. For example, former CS Keter, he has a lot of land, and he has already planted avocado. So which means, Mr. Speaker, value chain items is available in that respective area. Mr. Speaker, I'll also say that as Soin and a sugarcane place, we are very happy because this time around we are going to be recognized, and our sugarcane will be considered as one of the that will be in that industrial park. Since time immemorial, Mr. Speaker, sugarcane is like there is no value. We have been selling sugarcane in less than 2,000 shillings. So this time around, I think going forward, we are going to get prices for this thing. So, Mr. Speaker, today I will only say thank you so much, and I will request members that let's support this project fully, so that at least each and every park will get an opportunity to do what he wants in that area. Otherwise, thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you so much, the Honorable Albert Kipach. The Honorable Anthony Ruto.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, sir, for giving me this opportunity so that I may also contribute to this very important motion. First, I want to appreciate the good work that was done by Committee on Lands, headed by the EPO chair, who is also MCA Chilchila. Congratulations. I also stand here, Honorable Speaker, sir, to support the initiation of industrial park in Soin, Kapsorok. This project, Honorable Speaker, sir, will have a lot of benefits in our county, more so in Soin. Soin for a long time has been looked as a marginalized area, and the initiation of this project will open up Soin for many economic activities. If I may mention some of the economic activities that will come as a result of the initiation of this project, is that road networks will improve. And another advantage is enhancement of food production, which will in the end improve the livelihood of our people. Another advantage, Honorable Speaker, sir, we all know that employment among our youths is a thorn in the flesh. The initiation of this project will come up with several job opportunities, which will assist our youth to get job opportunities. I want again, there was something that you mentioned, Honorable Speaker, sir, that this is an honorable house. And whenever we come with any report to this house, we should have factuals. They should be real things. If I may mention one, Chair Land mentioned that in Kipkelion East and Kipkelion West, we have idle lands. I wish to bring to the attention of the chair lands to do a thorough survey to find out exactly those idle lands in Kipkelion West. As far as I know, we don't have any idle land in Kipkelion West. Another very important thing, Honorable Speaker, sir, it is also very important for the department to have inventory of all government lands in our county, so that at the end of the day, we can be able to come up with facts whenever we want to know government lands in Kericho County. I want to applaud again the committee for recommending that government land should be surveyed and registered so that at the end of the day, we can be able to know those lands. Another very important thing again to the committee and also the Department of Land. We have been having problems with Kisii and Kericho in terms of the exact boundary. The same thing applies to Kisumu. So I want to challenge again our able chair lands to assist us in this particular idea so that we can be able to get rid of all these problems that we have every now and then as far as our exact boundary between us and Kisumu and also Kisii and Kericho. So, Honorable Speaker, sir, I want to say I support this report 100%. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, the Honorable Anthony Ruta. The Honorable Martin, and then I'll give to the Honorable Chief Whip, and then I will now call the mover of the motion to reply.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Also to support the motion tabled by the Chairman, Honorable Esron, concerning the park that is to be established at Soinsiga Wet. All factors considered, Honorable Speaker, we found that Soinsiga Wet is a suitable place for this park to be established, given that even the land that has been identified as for a long time somehow not been very economical in terms of what comes out of it. This is a project that really wants all of us to support, because to me, it's not only that it will benefit the people from those areas, but also it's a project that will benefit the entire county and uplift the economic factor of many people in our county, especially farmers. One, the Honorable Speaker, is that we'll not be having a lot of wastages in terms of produces from our farms, and also the farmers will have even the courage of investing even in their farms, because we'll have a place, one for to sell or to market their produce, to store and to add some value to their produce. So this in itself is a milestone in our county. We do not have before such a project, and I support it fully. And also, the Honorable Speaker, one thing is that such project in that area, once it comes up, we know then it will bring, it will uplift even those areas, and in the future we'll not be talking of an area being marginalized. Such projects will bring and uplift economic factors or economic activities in our county, and in time to come, every part of this county will be at least will have something that is going to really improve the economic status of all the farmers, or even all of our county. So I stand to support this project. I thank the national government together with the county government for this idea. And I know moving forward, our county will also improve, even in terms of revenue, because once there are these activities in our counties, we know it will impact positively even to the revenue and the general well-being of our county. So I stand to support. I commend the committee for such a wonderful report, which actually requires all of us to support. Also, I urge the Honorable House to support, and I stand to support the report. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, the Honorable Martin, the Honorable Chief Whip, Majority Chief Whip.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, first I want to congratulate the committee led by our able chairman, that is Honorable Ezron Ngetich, for actually giving us a very wonderful report pertaining the issues of aggregated industrial park in Soin, Sigawet sub-county, and Soliat ward, to be very precise. Mr. Speaker, I also want to also comment that this aggregated industrial park will bring a lot of investment opportunities precisely in our various sub-counties. Number one, if you look at, for example, Belgood, I want to confirm that since we are farmers growing avocado, tea, probably milk producing area, I want to also say that very clearly that this one will also open up our rural areas. Say that, like for issues of avocado, this one will lead to each and every area constructing probably avocado collections points and probably milk collection points, tea, probably those other factories that are within will be supplying towards the lower region of Soin. Mr. Speaker, another aspect that was captured very well is the issue now that industrial park is going to bring a lot of growth that is within our sub-county, but then also to our county, Mr. Speaker. I want to confirm and say that this one will actually lead to growth or expansion of our own airport that is going to be launched very soon by able president, and therefore a lot of visitors will be taking flights from Nairobi and landing here within Kericho town. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, there's an issue that was adversely mentioned by my able chairman sports on the issues of identification of the land, idle lands that are for both either national or county. Mr. Speaker, I want to confirm that in the year 2021, there was a formation of intergovernmental relation on the same to identify and map out in the whole county. And I believe, Mr. Speaker, the said intergovernmental committee completed their exercise, and up to date, probably are waiting for their report so that we know each and every ward has each and every land where, and with the size of the land, probably if they have already produced titles, I believe this one, Mr. Speaker, will be a game changer, so that whenever there is anything that we want to go and put in the various places, of course, everybody will know the status, probably if there is a title, allotment, or is in progress. So that one will be a game changer. And then, Mr. Speaker, as I wind up, there was an issue that Chairman touched on, the issue of the land title, the title deed for Kabianga Tea Farm. I want to confirm, Mr. Speaker, probably the chair forgot, the title is there. He said the title probably is under KTDA. It is under Kapsorok County Council. That was a very pertinent thing that we ought to clear. It is under Kapsorok County Council, but the land had been earmarked only for the use by the KTDA, because they are the ones who actually did what we call field days. They used to operate before handing over to Finlays, then handing over to the county government officially. So I think that is something that I wanted to capture. But then with all those few remarks, Mr. Speaker, I want to say we appreciate and we wish those who are going to do business with Kapsorok all the best, and we'll give them maximum support as the Honorable House. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, the Honorable Aaron, Chief Whip. Now I call upon the mover of the motion to reply.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, sir, for this opportunity. You have given me the opportunity to reply, Mr. Speaker. In replying, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank your office for scheduling for us this report, Mr. Speaker, and facilitating us to come up with this report, Mr. Speaker. This report you approved for us online because you are on official duties outside the country, but we did it tediously until we come up with this report. So, Mr. Speaker, the passage of this report marks the conclusion of the process, and now we'll give a green bill of health for the construction of the industrial park, Mr. Speaker. So, Speaker, remember that we already have the money from the national government. We already have the money from the county government. The evaluation, the tendering process is complete because site visit was done, bidding was done, evaluation was done, and now we got the contractor. So the only remaining works is for the president to come and launch officially before, among the projects which the president is coming to launch before Mashujaa Day, one is Kapsorok, Mr. Speaker. And I think if we will fast track even the construction of the assembly, Mr. Speaker, we can include so that it can lay the first foundation stone for the construction of the assembly to be among the major projects the president will be launching on Mashujaa Day. So on behalf of the Committee of Lands and the Department, allow me to thank all the members of this Honorable House for supporting this report. And I want to, on behalf of the committee, to acknowledge the comments, the advices you have raised on us as a committee. We will endeavor to pursue what you have told us, and we will follow to the letter or the recommendation you have made. Otherwise, allow me to thank and to say thank you for the support. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you so much, the Honorable Hezron Ngeno. I now rise to put the question that this House approves the report of Lands, Housing, Physical Planning and Settlement Committee on the request for change of user of Kapsorok Land, Kapsorok, 676 and 677 for County Aggregated Industrial Park, CAIP. Will as many of similar opinions say aye? Will as many of contrary opinions say nay? And the ayes have it. Honorable members, we have come to a conclusion of our morning session, and there being no other business, we adjourn until this afternoon at 2:30 p.m. Thank you so much.